The Jackson County Green Energy Park processes landfill gases to produce energy. So what else goes on at the GEP?
We have glass blowing, we have blacksmithing forges and a metal foundry. We do sculpture on site. We just finished building an Anagama wood-fired pottery kiln, which we just had the inaugural firing of a few weeks ago, and we'll soon be opening that up for public access. So obviously we're in the greenhouses right now, and what we do here is we're providing an opportunity for a private business in town, in this case it's Ray's Florist, to be able to expand his business by being able to provide him with a heated greenhouse. Then the other side of the greenhouse is used by the county grounds department to grow their own landscaping plants, so that's been a big source of savings for the county in general. To heat a greenhouse this size with a conventional energy, a fossil fuel source, would probably run you $6,000–7,000 a month. So you can imagine, by being able to burn landfill gas instead, which is essentially free to us at this point in time, it really makes it a much more viable business option. The reason why we chose to build a glass studio is that when we held our initial meetings with the community and asked them what would they like us to do with the landfill gas, their response was that if we could do something to increase the presence of artists here in the community, that in turn increases the tourist traffic, and that helps everyone within the community. So looking at the resource that we had, being the landfill gas, we tried to focus on those arts that require a lot of heat, that being ceramics, blacksmithing, and glass. So we built a glass studio. Our latest artist is Tadashi Tori, who is an acclaimed glass blower who moved up recently from the Atlanta area. And Tadashi relocated here for two reasons. One, because he really wanted to live here in the mountains, and number two, because he found out that the Green Energy's glass shop was here. Just to run a glory hole like this, only on propane, let's say, would probably run a glass artist somewhere in the neighborhood of, let's say, $500, $600, $800 a month just for the glory hole. If you multiply that by 2 for 2 glory holes, and then you throw in the furnace as well, there are a lot of glass studios out there that spend $2,000 or $3,000 a month just in energy costs. All that it takes for someone to be able to come in and rent our glass studio is for them to come in and convince me, basically, that they have the skills and the experience to be able to use the equipment safely. We have offered a series of classes to introduce the public to glass blowing, and they varied everything from blowing your own Christmas tree ornament, so you get a little taste of glass, on up to an introduction to glass blowing, which is a 12-hour course, an intermediate glass blowing, which I think is a 16-hour course. That's as far as we've gotten so far. But we've had several people who have taken the beginning classes, come back and taken more advanced classes, and then have come back after then and actually started renting the studio for themselves. So it's really rewarding to me to see people creating a career for themselves because we made an opportunity here for them to do that. I don't create jobs. I create job opportunities. Those people have to come in and develop the skills and be able to work hard enough to want to do it for themselves. I feel like most people are willing to work hard enough if you just give them an opportunity to do so. So now we're here in our metal shop, and what we have here is a series of 3 blacksmithing forges and a metal foundry. Now, I always like to point out that to our knowledge and to the best research I can do, these are the only 3 forges and the only foundry in the world that run on landfill gas. One of our smiths teaches a variety of public classes, everything from an introduction to blacksmithing to make your own knives to doing chainmail work. A lot of small landfills don't do anything with their gas, they just let it leak out in the atmosphere. Of course, that's bad for the environment. By us using it as a fuel here, what we're able to do then is not only provide free energy for our artists, but when we burn that methane, the byproducts of burning methane is just CO2 and water vapor. So just the fact that we burn it in some fashion decreases its environmental impact almost 20 times. We built this kiln because there are a lot of potters in this area who have a good set of skills but don't have a kiln to be able to use to fire their pots. So maybe it helps somebody either move from being a hobbyist maybe to being a small business person, or it might even help some other existing ceramicists, allow them to come in and use the wood-fired kiln, which is sort of the creme de la creme of kilns as far as potters are concerned. So by having this kiln here, we are able to demonstrate 2 additional renewable energy resources. In this case, it's wood and waste vegetable oil. So the mission of the Green Energy Park is to provide additional economic development for our community, to provide measurable environmental benefits and unique educational opportunities by using renewable energy resources.
The Jackson County Green Energy Park, creating arts and community with renewable energy. Please call 828-631-0271 for more information or go to jcgep.org.